Macedonian150 here, and this is a response to Novabugs Friday Foursome on top gaming number 4s. Right, so I'm going to do this a bit differently than some other people might do it, but I'm going to start with 4 disappointing 4s. Then go to 4 good number 4s in the game series. So, right, let's get on with it. So yeah, the first one, first disappointing one anyway. Crash Bandicoot 4. Well, it's not actually called Crash Bandicoot 4, is it? But Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex. The first Crash Bandicoot game Naughty Dog had nothing to do with. I think it's made by Traveller's Tales, who now do the Lego games. Well, anyway, that's not important. But yeah, this game was pretty disappointing to play at the time because it does not feel like an actual sequel to Crash Bandicoot 3. It feels more like somebody made like an expansion pack to Crash Bandicoot 3 and just threw extra levels and bosses in. It pretty much plays the same. The graphics are not much better than the previous game, despite being on much more powerful hardware. It was just a disappointing game overall, really, compared to the previous one. And of course we can't do Crash Bandicoot, the other disappointing number 4. Let's start. Yeah, this is a game I've technically never played, but I've seen many people play it and seen many videos of it, and that's Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, the 4th Spyro game. Just like Crash Bandicoot, the original developers Insomniac had nothing to do with this game. While Wrath of Cortex, if you have to be technically a better game, yeah, Enter the Dragonfly is pretty much infamously known for being one of the worst Spyro games, because the game was clearly rushed out the door, it was broken. I mean, you don't need a genius to figure out if you've got a game and you can literally skip to the final boss in under 5 minutes by doing a certain jump in the stage select screen and see the ending of the game. That is not very well designed or made. And you can actually do that in that game. It's crazy. Right, and now these last 2 aren't as bad, in my opinion, as disappointing as them, but first one. Right, so number 3, Sonic 4 Episode 1. I could put Sonic 4 in general, but Episode 1 I'm counting because it's it's technically the 4th real Sonic game. And it's a terribly disappointing 4th Sonic game. I mean, it never felt like it was part of the Mega Drive games. For lots of reasons. I mean, it felt more like Sonic 1 and 2 remix than an actual Sonic 4, because all the levels was based off Sonic 2 and 1 levels. The bosses, you guessed it, the enemies, well, badniks as really called, all from Sonic 1 or 2. The only thing difference they did is they just threw a different character, threw an extra attack pattern on the bosses, and that was it. Even the final boss was just a repeat of the Sonic 2 final boss, but even made even more frustrating and cheaper than it was before. And then there was that terrible timed puzzle jumping segment in the game. I would love to know what they was thinking of that. And then there's, well, this might be a nitpick to some people, but there's the fact that it's meant to be a sequel to Sonic 3. Yet they choose to use the Sonic from the Sonic Adventure character model designs instead of the classic Sonic. That might seem that much of a problem, but Sega then went out and said this game was set pretty much before Sonic CD. Now Sonic doesn't look like that in CD, so you're saying Sonic's legs grow, then they shrink again. I mean, prime example of Sega something really gets used in the original Sonic design in a game. I mean, the last time used it was Sonic Generations, and they just won't ever put it in any other game. I don't know why. Well, whatever. Right, Sonic Episode 4 Episode 1. Yeah, it was pretty disappointing, especially the name it had on it even made it worse, more disappointing. Who just called Sonic Remix? Probably people would be less disappointed about it. Episode 2 was a lot better. It wasn't perfect, but they at least kind of got it down a lot better now. It's unfortunate if you had a Wii though, because due to the Wii's like short memory size cases and all that nonsense, you couldn't actually get Sonic Episode 4, Sonic 4 Episode 2 on the Wii, so you basically only got the rubbish one when you had a Wii, which is pretty unfortunate and badly designed by Sega in general. Right, and the last one. Now this is Metal Slug 4. Metal Slug 4. 3 is like one of the best games ever made, so how do you actually get better than that? The answer is they didn't. Metal Slug 4 was really felt rushed. I mean, it really felt rushed out. It's not a buggy or broken game by any means. Oh, it looks fine, but there's not many new enemy types. There's not much new in the game. It feels, I don't know, just kind of a bit empty. It's definitely the weakest game in the Metal Slug series. I know some people say, well, Metal Slug 3 technically is the 4th game series, but it's not, because Metal Slug X was just a slight improvement over Metal Slug 2. It wasn't really a new game, so yeah, it counts. But, pardon me. Right, now I'm on to the actual top 4 real 4th game sequels, which wasn't disappointing. Right, so the first ones are going to be, and this is one I'm guaranteeing you that no one's going to pick, no one else is probably going to pick, and that's Dodonpachi Dai Fukasu. That's his Japanese name, which loosely translates to Angry Leader Be Great Resurrection. Though the English version of the game is called Dodonpachi Resurrection. Yeah, I should have just said that to begin with, shouldn't I? But yeah, that's the Bullet Hell Space Shooter series by Cave, and I played an absolute boat ton. So boat ton, I don't know, but I've said it anyway. Yeah, I played a lot of that game on the 360 and I got pretty good at it. I could actually fight the actual giant great bee. But you have to do lots of insane things to like blow all these targets up and not die. You have to collect all these objects and not continue, and you do all this big bee shows up at the end of the game, which is like a lot difficult than anything else, and then you do it again and you get an even harder bee after it if you can actually do it the second time round, which is the difficulty is already a lot higher the second round. One of the strange and more disappointing things, you get the same ending no matter what you do, so I thought that was kind of weird, but whatever. Yeah, so Dodonpachi Resurrection by Cave. You can actually play it on MAME now as well if you don't have an Xbox 360, so there's a way you can play it outside for 360 now. Right, so the next one. Now this is one that I guarantee most people probably not gonna hear of, but that's Deception for Blood Ties. Now, how do you explain this game to someone who's never heard of it? Do you remember the movie Home Alone? Yeah, all these burglars in your house and you're dropping booby traps on them. That's pretty much how this game plays. You essentially play as an evil woman living in a castle, just murdering people. That's the entire plot of the game. There's no like, you're doing it cause to save the universe. No, you're evil. You're just literally just killing everyone who comes in this castle you're in or wherever you are. Just by dropping booby traps on them. And the game's absolutely hilarious. It's not like got the most funniest script in the world. I just find it hilarious because you just never get someone just dropping a boulder on someone's head when they're going down a flight of steps. And then just getting massive chain combos on and just bouncing all over the place and getting hit by spike traps and then getting hit by a chandelier dropping on the head and all that. Yeah, it's an interesting series, and that one's the 4th game. Well, technically, it's a confusing thing. Technically, it's a 4th numbered series, but it's not the 4th. So you could come sort of slightly cheating here, but it's not really the 4th game in the series. So the 4th game is a PS2 game called Trapped, which is just the word trap with a T at the end of it. Though it plays exactly the same as all the rest of the series, for some reason it's not counted as part of the series. But yeah, if you really want Deception 4, you can get it on PS3, Vita. There's an upgraded version of the game that has actually like objects and characters you can play as, including ones from the previous games in the series. But that's unfortunately download only if you live outside Japan on the Vita. But you can also get that version on PS4. Yeah, I get the as well. The Deception 4 Blood Ties is like some weird twisted version of Home Alone. That's the best description I can call that game. Right, so the next one, Wario Land 4. Now, I must be one of the very few people in the world who actually like the Wario Land games better than the Mario games. I think Wario has the best platform games by Nintendo. There's only one bad game with Wario in the name, and that was Wario Master of Disguise. And that's only because the Force touchscreen controls you have to use to change form pretty much ruined the game. That's the only reason why it's bad. If they got rid of them, it would be not bad yet. But anyway, not talking about that. But yeah, Wario Land 4 and the Game Boy Advance. I mean, the previous ones are great, but and it's not the hardest game in the world. I definitely not say it's a very colourful game. And that's the thing I like about it. It's very colourful. All the levels have unique music to them. They have unique themes and stages to them. All levels look different. None of the levels look the same. It's not a very short, not very long game. It's not a very difficult game really either, but it's a great game to play. And even though it came out in I think 2001, I'd still put it higher than games in my opinion like Mario and Mario 64. I think it's a much better game. I just love everything about that game. And it's crazy. I think it's a very early game in Game Boy's Advance's lifetime. It's still a really good one. We'd really recommend playing it if you've never played it. Right, and the last one. This is one should be no comment, no real surprises to other people who've got some other videos, but Bust a Move 4 or Puzzle Bobble 4. Yeah, this was always my favourite game in the series. I mean, 3 had that weird art style. Slightly changed the art style and 4 went back to the original art style. And I 4 had the most content in the game. And in my PlayStation, I put the game in my top 5 PlayStation 1 games of all time. That's how much I like this game and how much memories I've got playing it. Yeah, I just love this game. That's really all the things I've got to talk about in this video, so thank you for listening and watching.